Hello there, lovely people. Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Today is the third day of Eid, and I know that I didn't do the list that many of you expected. I still am wearing the Eid sort of fashion costume. This is called Punjabi in Bangladesh. This is basically in India, Pakistan, people know as kurta. So basically, for us Muslims, we have two Eids per year. First one is after 30 days of fasting month, everything. We have one Eid, kind of like a Christmas or Puja, something like it. And then the second Eid is basically after 2 months that follows, something like sacrifice per year. So anyway, it has not been very pleasant weather lately. I was sleeping basically the most of the time. I really am sorry. I didn't do the list, but I feel like, I want to cover up. I want to do one video for you. Okay. So as you can see from title, it's going to be the boozy list. I did this last year about like 2020, about 1 year back, and there are a few fragrances that is going to be reshuffled because I have quite a few new ones, but it did not change drastically. I have a couple of honorable mentions, and I have a couple of what do you call entry, like joint entry. So do bear with me. And I have a brand new spot in the opening. So what are boozy fragrances? Basically, I don't have any real booze with me, but I do have some boozy fragrances that gives you that feel of those who like to drink can relate to, like, whiskey, cognac, brandy, vodka. There are tons of them out there. So I have chosen fragrance from my collection that have different kind of boozy notes, but they are surrounded by many other notes. It's not just solely based on boozy notes. Understand that? And boozy fragrances tend to do well in colder months, okay, in general. But there are some fragrances they do also well in summer. Couple of in this list I'll show you, but mostly boozy fragrances tend to be sweet. They are surrounded by more sweetness, tonka, this and that. So we'll see what we get. So honorable mention, they are both very special in my book, okay. And these fragrances can easily be in the list, but today I've chosen the other ones, okay. First honorable mention I want to show you is Bentley For Men, okay. I think this one features a rum note, okay. The original one, Bentley For Men Intense, also has more rum, but this one feels like more like a whiskey, okay. It's sweet, it's less aggressive. It does have that sandalwood sort of like spices, but much more toned down. So the boozy notes come out really, really well. So the originator of Bentley For Men Intense, if you found the intense to be too intense, try this one. This is more boozy, Bentley For Men. Second honorable mention is every year this fragrance is in some of my list, any of my list, it has to make, like at least one or two lists. This is a classic. It has been, I think, reformulated or repackaged. I'm not quite sure, but it has a beautiful port wine note. Never had quite port wine. I don't know. At first, I thought like pork wine. I'm like, what are they saying? Pork wine? I'm like, maybe it's pork's blood or something. Like something. It was very stupid. Anyway, so then I researched. Port wine is a different kind of wine. So I'm talking about Burberry London. It also has tobacco. It has a lot of other sweet notes. It's very, very beautiful, lovey-dovey, and it's kind of cozy. You can pull this off. I get sort of like guava note, kind of like a fruity as well. It's very beautiful scent. It's a must. For me, it's like the quote for the game. This one is a must-have for every collector. Try to get an older version like this one, Burberry London. So let's hit the main list. Understand this, some of the fragrances I showed last year, like Creed Virgin Island Water, did not make this year's list because I changed my mind sort of. So some fragrances will take a break, okay, but those are always classic. Number 10, I'm going to start with a Mancera fragrance. This fragrance I have been having for some time, and this is called Mancera's Precious Oud, okay. Comes with this newer style of caps and stuff. These are like newer releases from Mancera. So what's great about Precious Oud? I think it has a distinctive note of whiskey, surrounded by some tonka bean, tiramisu, sort of like a very gourmand, if you like Salvatore Ferragamo, Vumo, and also has that hint of Mancera instant crush, which is similar to Baccarat Rouge. So it has this sort of sweetness, but a lot of twist on the dry down. It's not the same scent. Beastly projector, beastly longevity. This is my number 10 today, Precious Oud, but I do not find occasion to wear it. It's very, very strong. Okay, so Precious Oud, number 10. Number 9, I'm going to show you one of my favorites. I'm really happy that I have a bottle last year. Perhaps I did not have a bottle, and I always had this fragrance in my collection back in the days. This is Carolina Herrera 212 VIP Man. This is one of the most recognizable bottle. This is a very classic, iconic bottle. You would see this everywhere in the malls. Kind of like this metallic looking body, actually it's plastic. And this is actually also magnetic up there. So this basically has passion fruit, a lot of these fruity notes also has the note of vodka. So there is not realistically, vodka doesn't have any smell, but I always open a vodka bottle and I would be like, I'm getting spirit, you know, I get like alcohol. And that's why I do not like, I think there's a fragrance from by Kilian, I think, that came out last year, roses on ice, or something like vodka on rocks or something like that. I do not like that fragrance. This one, on the other hand, is pretty pleasant. Okay, this is very not very boozy, but it's also boozy. It's very much like a clubbing fragrance. It's a classic fragrance. You know, you smell this, you know this, you smell this in your earlier days. Okay, so this is one of my favorites, 212 VIP Men by Herrera. Check out my individual review on each. Okay, number 8, I'm gonna go with the fragrance which is a new entrant also. Okay, this is from House of Guerlain, and Guerlain, I do not have that many fragrances. I have reviewed quite a few from the niche line, but they are more on sweet or amber or something like that. But last year I featured Boise, right? This year I'm featuring Guerlain Homme EDP. This is such a fantastic, like, it's like a Grey Goose martini sort of a juice color, right? It does have the dirty vibe, right? But this one features Mojito and white rum. And when you talk about Mojito, it can be either had virgin or, you know, with the booze, right? So if you add white rum or, you know, like really good quality Mojito, it's really refreshing for the summers. The thing is that mint sort of like gives that energetic feel, you know, it's like a fresh crisp in the high heat. This one has that, it captures that, is very sweet. And I think this one, how it differs from the Boise I feel is a little bit more fresher compared to this one. But what I like about the sweetness of it, if you do actually like your fragrances sweet, less fresh, more sweet, this is a fragrance will meet your craving, and with a very good price tag. Okay, and I really love these bottles. The juice color, it's just absolutely stunning. It's just so sweet. If you never tried it, try it. I had huge high like expectation from it, and it did meet my craving. I really love this. Very long lasting too. Guerlain Homme EDP. Okay, if you can get a vintage bottle, that would be lovely. So number 7, and this is going to be the most disappointing entry for you guys, because you expect this fragrance to be up there in the top 5 or top 3, but sadly something happened with me. I sort of lost connection with this fragrance. Even last winter I did not wear it. I wore something else. I wore another fragrance from his house, which was Pure Heaven. But this one, as far as I know, is discontinued now. This is called Pure Malt. Okay, the iconic Pure Malt with that beautiful boozy whiskey, sort of like a yellow juice color in the rubber flask. So there was a Pure Malt creation which I wanted to review, never found it. But Pure Malt, hands down, make no mistake, is one of the best boozy fragrance with a whiskey note, which they said they sort of like treated it with that barrel, you know, like how they process whiskey and they put real whiskey in there, which I believe is, which I could hear wrong, right? But I actually can tell you this is one of the sweetest, has that sort of like a beautiful fruity, it's very beautiful, very niche like fragrance. But today it makes number 6, I think, no, number 7, yeah. So Pure Malt, still get a bottle if you've never tried it. Keep it in your collection before it's too late. Okay, maybe all the Muglers will be gone someday. That will be sad. Okay, Pure Malt, check out my review. I was very much in love with this in my first 2-3 years of my journey. Pure Malt by Thierry Mugler, number 7. Number 6, and then we hit top 5. The number 6 and number 5 had very close. They're both joint entries. They had very strong fight. You know, I really picked up all these fragrances due to like their smell, which one I enjoy more recent times. Okay, so here we go. These two are absolute favorite of mine. These are joint entries because I feel they're kind of similar, but a lot of differences. They're both Night Out Dark Scents. One is Invictus Intense by Paco Rabanne. Other one is Sique Reveal. They don't smell like at all same, but they do the same thing. Very sweet, very juvenile in many ways. Many people hate this the same. That's why I picked them. They're joint entry because of the hate they get. Okay, there you go. I found something to relate. So Invictus Intense, I think it does have, as far as I remember, and I wrote down, of course, I think it got the whiskey note. It has tonka beans, spices, pepper. It has this usual, I think, lavender and all those, but it's more sexier version of Invictus. It's much better than Invictus, and this one is very long lasting. Got the leather as well, if I'm not mistaken. On the other side, Sique Reveal is one of my signature scents. I will never run out of this bottle. I have another bottle. I will buy another backup because this is discontinued now. I actually prefer the smell of this over this a little bit more, but this one, I think Sique Reveal has a brandy note. Yes, it has pear, melon, and sometimes the agave note, and I really get like a sweet note, like a almost think of CH man sort of sweetness. If you never tried it, I always say must buy. If I say must buy, understand I do not say must buy at all in any fragrance. This for me is a must buy, okay, because this is literally Sike's best offering, okay. So number 6, joint entry, Invictus Intense and Sike Review. I'll write down the names for your convenience, okay. So number 5 is the last, I swear, last joint entry, and sort of like a tie. And the fragrances are, I compared them before, okay, but they're not same. They're very different. One fragrance similar to another one, but not in this list. First fragrance I'm going to show you, number 5, is Bvlgari's Man in Black. This is similar to Spice Bomb, but they have their differences. Spice Bomb has sort of like a pink pepper, okay. It's a lot more playful. It's really peppery, that one. This one has pepper, leather, and it has rum note, okay. So this is tube rose. This is a lot more. I love this little bit more sometimes. Spice Bomb a little bit more, but Spice Bomb doesn't have the booze. This is where this one comes to play. I love the original Man in Black. They have a lot of flankers, but this is lovely. This one, even with lack of performance, I think it does, you know, have a place in people's heart, okay. It won many people's heart. In Bangladesh, many people use this amazing fragrance. And the joint entry with that would be CH Man Prive. And I compared them too because I felt they do the same thing for me. Like both of them have leather at the base or something like it. They're dark, sweet, at the same time sexy, but sexiness factor, this one is a little bit serious. CH Man Prive is the bad boy, ultimate bad boy. This one, I think CH Man Prive has the whiskey and this one is rum, right? So the whiskey in this, man, there's a pomelo or some fruity note in there. I mean, check out my review on both, but this one, something about this, you know, like if you wear the leather jacket or you're a biker or in the winter time you want to win someone first 1 hour or 2 hours, this is the fragrance. If you want to be a bad boy, this is the fragrance. You know, literally like leather jacket, young dude, reckless behavior, you know. I'm not recommending it, but I do also have a vintage bottle of it side by side if you cannot pick up, but the juice color in this is a little bit darker due to the age, okay. So I love CH Man, absolutely, number 5. And number 4 to number 1, they're all niche perfumes, okay, and they're not here because they're niche. They literally are that unique, okay, and I love them because of the uniqueness of the notes, how they make me feel, okay. Number 4, this is a masterpiece, okay, and I would keep pushing this until it deserves, until it gets its recognition, like a, you know, like some of the best fragrance ever. This is one of the best fragrance ever. This is 1821 Sweet Tobacco Spirit Man Made, okay. I didn't wear all the way through. I do have a decant page, I decanted, but I can tell you I wore at least this much, okay, on me, okay. That is a lot. If you have fragrances like 600 700 fragrances, I don't have any track, but out of that, if you wore that much, it does mean you enjoyed it, okay. Perhaps with high fragrances at times, you know, like due to infatuation. This was pure love, no infatuation, guys. This has sweetness, it has tobacco, it has that, I think this one is red wine, as I told you, very sweet. You get sometimes like such a gooey sort of honey note in this. The honey is just lovely. If you love honey, red wine, tobacco, this is a classic masterpiece. You know, they do not have that many fragrances from this house, but this one is a must-have. Lovely peace mode fragrance, okay. This is such a lovely perfume. If you love Naxos also, try this out. This is the same level of Naxos, okay. 1821 Sweet Tobacco Spirit. I love this bottle, very tough looking. Number 3, number 2, number 1. Number 3, Sunshine Man by Amouage. Perhaps this is the fragrance which made me cancel my thought on Virgin Island Water. Virgin Island Water is a beautiful summer perfume. It's for holidays. It has this nice sort of rum, I think Mojito, or not Mojito, what was that? Pina colada, sort of like a coconut or whatever. But this fragrance is just something else, okay. Creed is good, this is great, okay. I mean, both are great, but for now, I'll tell you, the fragrance, I once had it, sold it off, and I bought it again. I bought it at a test review. I'm just using a cap from some other perfume, so it's supposedly supposed to be white cap, magnetic still, but this one is immortal floral. That makes it unique. But side by side, this fragrance has brandy, so that brandy mixes with the floral. It has a lot of elements. It's very daring, okay, very daring. This part is the most daring perfume in this list, okay. This perfume, I wear it in summer, okay. This is a winter perfume. It's literally sunshine in the day of winter, okay. You can easily wear this in the winter, but summertime you have to find those cloudy days. This is perhaps one of the most underrated beauty that is like mysterious to me still till date. Okay, Sunshine Man by Amouage, number 3. Number 2, last year this was a champion, and you guys know what it is. This is Roja Enigma Parfum Cologne. I don't have the EDP version, and or I don't have the version which says Creation E. Same fragrance and a different region. Creation E Enigma. Just look at these bottles. You know, every single bottle from this Parfum Cologne line is stunner. Okay, because it's Roja. They do not do cheap stuff. Okay. This is the most affordable version, which I'm very happy. I have Elysium. This one I reviewed the whole lines from my brothers. So this perfume right here is a masterpiece. All these fragrances to me are masterpiece, but this is extra masterpiece. Okay, this one features the note of cognac, and I do not think I featured any fragrances until now which features the cognac note. That makes it the most unique. This perfume, when you smell it, it smells like cola. Okay, that's why I bought this. You know, it's like a Pepsi Cola or something like a Dr. Pepper, if you ever had that, mix it with that cognac boozy. I think it does have what boozy and tobacco also. I forgot those notes, but the day I wore it, like really wore it, which day we had a meetup with our brothers, friends, it was really breezy, and you feel a little bit like, you know, like the dry, chilly air sometimes may make you feel itchy, but this perfume, man, it was like having like a sandstorm sort of a thing, you know, like everybody could smell me, and this one won. Everybody asked me like, what am I wearing? So this is what I have, like, you know, like Roja, I just have massive respect for the house. I have to try a lot more, but this fragrance is just so good. Okay, try to get a sample. Try it at least once in your life. You'll not regret it. On the most unique masterpiece. Okay, Enigma by Roja. Let's be to number 1, and it's obvious something is missing from this side, isn't it? And next to my Bout de Jour, there's another bottle, and this perfume is just winning hours after hours. I made this video extra long because I wanted to talk about each fragrance, why they're special. Check out my individual reviews. But I can tell you one thing with absolute guarantee. If you ever smelled some good fragrances, this is one of them. If you never smelled it, you should try it. Okay, this is expensive. People might think, oh, it's not that expensive, like by Kilian's, you know, it's just affordable. Think of the 50 ml and then convert the rate, then you'll see $400 is not cheap. This is Angel Share. All my friends who own it, congratulations. I'm very happy for you, and I know you're happy for yourself, right? This is such a bundle of joy. Whenever I need to feel, you know, like uplifted, 8 to 10 hours longevity, every time I think like how much I saved to buy this. Like, of course, people have money, they buy a lot of more expensive fragrances, you know, more exotic. But some people say this is too simple, too sweet. Sweet is my thing. This is whiskey with the oak note, just out of this world. This is the most realistic whiskey you'll ever smell. Whiskey, or I don't know, maybe whiskey, sweet whiskey. But this is the highest class of the barrel, man. You know, like the special barrel, like double, or they make some premium whiskey that is better than maybe Chivas Regal or JD. Think of like Honey Tennessee, okay, JD. That is some special stuff, I tell you. This stuff reminds me of that with Coke and then Honey Tennessee, you know. Shouldn't have Coke with Honey Tennessee, but anyway, this is the most special perfume today. Number 1 is Angel Share by Kilian. I am just eagerly waiting for Apple Brandy release, and I do love single malt. These 3 are my holy trinity of by Kilian Boozy Fragrances. Okay, check this out. Thank you very much for watching, and I'm just I was very happy today to do this video. I'm in all this colorful mode. Hopefully you stay good. Lockdown is coming in Bangladesh, so stay home, stay safe, enjoy your food. I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Love you so much, and thank you so much all the time for checking on me. Many of you do that. I really thank you from my heart. Take care, and then if you ever need to talk, just give me a buzz. Maybe, you know, we can communicate. See you soon. Bye bye.